What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Wednesday's main NBA DFS slate. All right, guys, so before we get started, go ahead and do me a favor, drop a like on the video. It really helps out the channel. For all the viewers of the last slate's video, I appreciate it. I had a pretty nice amount of views, and I do appreciate all the love. But if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe real quick so that way you don't miss any of my NBA posts. And we have a couple more weeks of NFL as well, where I put out NFL pick videos as well. So let's go ahead and get into the NBA. All right, go ahead and give me a follow over on Twitter as well, at DK_addicts. As you can see, I tweeted out one of my quote-unquote lineups. So every now and then I do share lineups. This lineup did okay. No thanks to Mr. Gasol there. All righty. But my main lineup that I ran with a lot of the picks from yesterday's video, here you go right here, did 310. All right. 310.25, pretty good. Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Sycam did good. LeBron James, come on, bro. Really? 43.25? But it's okay. He snowflaked, but again, I still cash, no problem in my cash lineups. And I ran KCP here. I should have stuck with my Josh Hartlove because this lineup would have been like 350 or something like that. All right, 344 or something like that. So, but it's all good. On to the next one, right? So, let's go ahead and get into today's slate. Again, give me a follow over on Twitter. All right, lots of updates and stuff like that. And every now and then I tweet out lineups. All right, so Draft Dashboard. This is the tool of choice that I use to do my daily research. Check my channel. I do have a video on my process on how I go through and I actually build my lineups. But we're gonna go in here and select today's picks. So on Draft Dashboard, you do have this NBA cheat sheet where you can see we have a couple of different spots. So if you're pressed for time, you need a real quick picks as far as for your slate, come in here, watch a couple of people by hitting these watch player buttons, these little radio dials. Select those, come on over to the lineup optimizer and let Draft Dashboard build your lineup based off of those players, and then it'll fill in the spots based off of data that's in the system as far as the players projections and times and all that good stuff. So as you can see, this is one of the lineups that it built. I would suggest you play this. We have a lot of information that could be coming out the remainder of the day. But as you can see, it built a lineup here. And if I want to upgrade, say, Tyler Hero, I don't want to play him for some reason, I can upgrade him to someone else, like a Reggie Jackson or whoever the case may be. But anyway, just an example of how it works. All right, and if you want to, you can actually build mass lineups by clicking on the mass lineup generator. And you can actually build multiple lineups all at once. And again, select the different ratings to generate those lineups. So my favorite piece of this particular software is going to be the position optimizer, where you can come here, select your slate. All right, so guys, we have an 11 game slate. That's a lot of different options when it comes to who you can pick. If you're a person that feels like there are too many options, I want to narrow it down, come on over here and play one of these turbos. Sometimes you'll have 3 or 4 or 5 game turbos sometimes. Today we only have a couple 2 game turbos. So if you want a little less as far as the options, because the 11 game slate is blowing your mind, come on over here and narrow in on these smaller slates. Okay? But I play the main slate, so let's get into it. So first and foremost, we're going to select our point guard. All right, so as you can see, Draft Dashboard ranks or actually sorts these guys by salary and dash rank. So at the top, you're going to have all your guys with the green dash rank, which means they're in a good spot overall. Then you're going to get the yellow dash rank, which means that they're in an okay, not the best, not the worst matchup. And then you got the guys that are in the red. Those are the guys that are up against a tough matchup. But just because they're in the red does not mean that you can't play them, but just consider the particular individual that is in that position and can they handle the tougher matchup, quote unquote. Or maybe they've had success in that particular matchup in the past. So day 2 of the NBA season, a lot of data is being used for last year. So you want to take it with a grain of salt because some teams may have improved through trades and things of that nature or signing of free agents. And so you want to be mindful of that. But let's go ahead and get into it. That's what you're watching me for. So let me give you my top picks. So as you can see, guys, at the top of here, we got Luka Doncic. I will have him in some of my lineups, but right now I don't have him as one of my quote-unquote favorite plays right now, my top 5. But he's definitely in here. You got Dame Lillard going up against Denver. All right, at home. Of course, he's always in play. He's 9K, though. All righty. But long story short, let's come on down here. My favorite guard on the slate right now at this price is going to be Mr. De'Aaron Fox, okay? 7-7. All right, he's playing on the road, but he's playing up against Phoenix, which is one of the best matchups for a point guard. Again, it's a fast-paced team that takes a lot of shots, all righty, and their defense is not the best. As you can see, they're ranked 28th and 20th in defense. So Mr. De'Aaron Fox has had some history against Phoenix where he's played well, averaging somewhere around 37 DraftKings points. Alrighty, and as we know, this guy here I can get on the roll with steals and assists and scoring, and could definitely get us a little higher end on the 45 to 50 range. De'Aaron Fox does have the ability to put up some upside. All right, so I like him for that price point at 7.7K. So De'Aaron Fox is my guy. All right, right above him, my second favorite is going to be Donovan Mitchell for $100 more. All right, so he gets a matchup against the new look OKC Thunders with Chris Paul. All right, so Donovan Mitchell in the past has played well against Chris Paul in my Rockets when Chris Paul was on the Rockets. As you can see, he's averaging somewhere around 48 DraftKings points versus OKC in the past. Now, this was, of course, when they had Russell Westbrook as well, right? So at 7.8K, I do like Donovan Mitchell playing at home in a home game. Again, a pace-up matchup, all right, with OKC. All right, so definitely I do like Donovan Mitchell again. Go ahead and these little crowns that you see next to the guys, that means that they're a player that is actually on the NBA cheat sheet. So you see the little crown, okay? All right, so that's my point guard. All right, De'Aaron Fox is my favorite point guard. Donovan Mitchell is my second favorite. Again, this is price to predicted points, quote unquote, right? I mainly play cash games. All right, so I'm looking for that good value. All right, now upside is something that you want to worry about, especially if you're going to be looking at tournaments. But for me, I'm looking for a guy with a good safe floor with a little bit upside. So next up on my shooting guard, right now, actually I'm coming down a little further on shooting guard. Now I'm watching the news and see what happens, but there's rumors that this guy right here for Miami could be starting, Tyler Hero, and he's 4.8K on DK on DraftKings. And as you can see, he's a little cheaper on FanDuel, so maybe he's a lock in for sure on FanDuel at $1,200 less. All right, almost men's salary there. So when it comes to Tyler Hero, if he's in the starting lineup, Dion Waiters is out for this first game with some kind of bad conduct, detrimental to the team or something like that. Long story short, he's suspended for one game. All right, so Tyler Hero could draw to start or either get more minutes played now because of that particular player being out. So at 4.8K, he's one of my favorite shooting guards for a value, even though on DK where he's $1,200 more than FanDuel. But if you're playing FanDuel, he could be somebody that's very a good value. All right. So next up, again, Doncic is he's in play. The guy's a beast. He's playing at home, going up against a Washington team again, paced up matchup. All right, 9.4K though, I don't know. But if you look in the past, he scored 65 and 36 the last two times he's played against Washington. So definitely, but 9.4K, I'm not playing him in my cash lineup, at least not right now. So yeah, definitely somebody that you could consider. Next up, small forward. And let's see what we got. So right now I'm like at Aaron Gordon. All right, playing at home, going up against Cleveland. All right, 6.4K. He doesn't have to do much to pay off that salary. As you can see, he's averaged somewhere around 37 DraftKings points versus this team. 39, 31, and 40 in the last three matchups. Alrighty, so at 6.4K, he seems like a good value. Again, his minutes are consistent. Alrighty, and his production is consistent. So I do like Aaron Gordon in this spot. Next up, a small forward. I don't really have a second option right now. He's my favorite right now. But of course, the slate is wide open with 11 players, man. I looked at Harrison Barnes. Nah, that guy there is too inconsistent. But yeah, so you come up a little bit higher. Of course, you got Jimmy Butler in his new team. All right, he's playing for Miami now at 7.6K, but he's going up against a Memphis team. All righty, that's a little slower pace team, but he's a high usage player, so he could be a good play at 7.6K. Of course, Tobias Harris going up against those Boston Celtics at 6.7K. Looks like he's a little underpriced. Yes, I know it looks like on paper that this team is a very tough defense. All right, but they lost a lot of players. All righty, so, yep, so Tobias Harris could be somebody you could consider. Yeah. So right now, Aaron Gordon is my favorite play at this price, that sweet spot. At power forward, got a couple options here for you guys. Al Horford sticks out to me at 5.6K, playing with his new team, the Philadelphia 76ers, going up against his old team, Boston. How you like that? First game of the season with your new team, and you get to play, your old team. Awesome. So I'm riding that narrative, man. So at 5.6K, I like my man Al Horford on his new team, starting power forward, playing with those guys like Tobias and Embiid and Simmons. Come on, man. Yeah, I like Al Horford in this spot, man. Just hope that game doesn't get away. 214 over and under. Pretty decent over and under, so I like that. Again, as you see up here, I got LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, the only thing I'm worried about this LaMarcus Aldridge play, I do like him. All right? But can New York keep this game close? All right, we got 214.5 over and under. They're playing at home, San Antonio, and this guy's usage in minutes are pretty consistent. So the question is, which Aldridge do we see? The 26-point Aldridge, the 44 or 33? All right, so that's my only concern with that is can the New York team keep up with San Antonio and make it a game where Aldridge have to put in a lot of work. All right, so if you look at if you hover over this little flame, you can see the last 5 matches versus New York. As you can see, we got 38, 41, 44, 26, and 33. So, yeah. Cool. Next up, center. I kind of went back and forth with the center spot, guys. If you could drop your comment below, let me know who's your favorite center on the slate. Nikola Jokic is somebody that I could definitely consider. All right, going up against Portland, who he has played well against in the past. This guy does a little bit of everything. He's a triple-double threat every night. And at 9.6K, that seems like that's a great matchup. Again, 217-point over and under. Of course, Karl-Anthony Towns at the top at 10K is in a great matchup where Brooklyn in the past has been a good matchup for the center spot. But they got DeAndre Jordan there now. And, of course, we know we got Allen blocking everybody in the league shot. So, yeah, so with Karl-Anthony Towns, I don't think I'll be paying up for him today at 10.10K. We got 11 game slate. I don't feel like I need to pay up for him. As you can see, I got a lot of good options, man. Embiid at 9.8. You got Gobert here at 8,300 going up against OKC, which he has played well against in the past. As you can see, 43, 57, 36 in the last couple of games. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and watch him right now. All right. Again, we already talked about Horford and Mr. Aldridge. As you see, if you scroll down a little bit further, this is my guy right here, man. I know he's just coming back for an injury, but he's been playing consistent minutes in the preseason, somewhere around 23 or so, 24 minutes, and has been smashing in that time played. So I do like Mr. Kristaps Porzingis. All right, he's a major part of this Dallas offense. As you can see, his usage is somewhere around 30% or so. And again, only question mark is going to be his minutes. But I think the matchup, he's okay. Because think about it, who's on Washington going to guard Porzingis, man? You know? They don't have a lot of options there in Washington when it comes to bigs. So I definitely like Porzingis. Right now, at the recording this video, he's my favorite. All right, some honorable mentions that I did not mark would be Mr. Bagley. All right, 7.2K going up against Phoenix, who he has done well against in the past. Is somebody that I would definitely give an honorable mention to. I was looking at Miles Turner going up against Detroit, but that's a pace down matchup. All righty, but as you can see, he's been up and down there, 27, 42, and 21. So which Miles Turner do you get, right? Coming down a little bit further, Larry Nance, boom or bust guy. All righty, I would check the starting lineups and see if he's starting or not. But from my understanding, Cleveland has some issues with their available big men. So, all right, so right now, those are my favorite players, guys. So let's go ahead and look at them on DraftKings so we can see how much that's going to be. So as you can see, De'Aaron Fox, Tyler Hero, Aaron Gordon, Al Horford, and Porzingis. That leaves us 5,700 for our last 3 spots. Another guard, a forward, and then a utility. All right. So, yeah, guys. So go ahead and fill in your lineups with some of your favorite plays. So like right now, let's say we throw in somebody like Jokic at our utility, right? At least a 3,800. So we have to find some value plays at guard and forward. So as you should be able to find some value plays. I'm on 11 game slate, but again, I'm looking for consistent floor guys that has some upside. So I would throw in maybe like a Rick Rubio. All right, he's in a good spot going up against that Sacramento team on the other side that De'Aaron Fox play. All right, then at forward, let's see. Maybe you could throw in, let's see who we got. Whew, got a couple options here. This guy here, marketing, does pretty well. All right. And he's on the road, though. So definitely Aldridge right there, 7,300. And then we got a utility somewhere around 4,200. Again, should be able to find some value there. So let's say, I don't know. Ooh, Kobe White. All right. He's been doing well in the preseason. Should be starting. All right. So we throw Kobe White in there. All right. Going up against that Charlotte team that no longer has, yeah. So cool. Kemba Walker. So there you go. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and enter that lineup. Yep, it is what it is. All right, cool beans, guys. So, with that being said, guys, good luck on today's slate. All righty. Draft Dashboard is the app. If you're interested in checking it out, there's a 30-day trial for $1. The link will be in the description of this video. As always, guys, drop a like for me. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. And then remember, drop a comment below. Let me know who your favorite center is on today's main slate. Peace.